The Honda Ridgeline is the go-to ride for people who love to mix practicality with a pinch of adventure. And believe me, for the 2024 Honda Ridgeline, it's getting even cooler with the new Ridgeline TrailSport. I know you might be thinking, just another trim. What's the big deal? Well, the 2024 Honda Ridgeline isn't just throwing on a pair of hiking boots with its TrailSport trim, it also modified what's on the inside for all you Ridgeline riders. The interior upgrades will make every drive a treat, whether you're off-roading or cruising down the street. But for some of you who are crossing your fingers for a total makeover for the Ridgeline in 2024, pump the brakes, because Honda's not flipping the script completely. Instead, they're focusing massively on giving us a truck that knows how to walk the walk and talk the talk, both on and off the road, without reinventing the wheel. And as always, Honda didn't disappoint their customers. In a moment or two, you will be shocked by all the changes they made to this 2024 Honda Ridgeline. So keep watching everything we know about the 2024 Honda Ridgeline. The exterior style of the 2024 Honda Ridgeline. First off, the Ridgeline's family tree is pretty impressive, hanging out with relatives like the Honda Pilot and the Passport. But here's where it gets its own spotlight. The TrailSport trim is swagging into 2024 with some serious off-road muscles and a flashy new TrailSport blues. Now, let's shine some light on those headlights. We've got the same cool partial LED headlight setup as before, with LED low beams and halogen high beams. Then, down at the bumper's Rockstar belt, we find fog lights ready to cut through the mist. The grille got a makeover for its TrailSport debut, not just a shiny badge, but a whole new look and color. And because it's not an off-road party without some underbody armor, the Ridgeline TrailSport comes equipped with upgraded protection. Now, the Ridgeline has always been the truck that's as comfortable at a fancy dinner as it is at a backyard barbecue. And in 2024, it's keeping its charm, but adding a dash of off-road spice. Honda's General Grabber all-terrain tires are paired with stylish 18-inch alloy wheels and a suspension that's been tweaked to handle the rough road. Inside, it's a spacious living room on wheels, thanks to its SUV cousin's jeans and the bed in the back. Unlike some of its peers with beds squeezed by showy fender flares, the Ridgeline's bed is wide open for business, making loading and unloading easy. You can literally stand there, hands flat in the bed, feet on the ground, and be amazed at how easy it is to use. And even though the midsize truck playground is getting crowded with newcomers like the new Tacoma, a redesigned Colorado and Canyon from GM, and the latest Ford Ranger, the Ridgeline is setting the rules with its blend of practicality, comfort, and now an adventurous spirit that makes it stand out in a league of its own. This truck is showing off with a big Ridgeline embossed logo smack in the middle of the tailgate. And of course, the TrailSport badge is proudly sitting there. But here's where the Ridgeline pulls a magic trick. The tailgate swings open like a car door, besides doing the classic drop-down move. It will make everything from hauling dirt bikes to loading up groceries easy. And then there's the in-floor trunk, which is perfect for stashing tools or keeping your ice cream from melting on the way home from the store. Plus, with a composite bed that's tougher than a $2 steak, you won't need to worry about dents or rust. But hold your horses. There's a tiny hiccup. No full-size spare tire. Just a compact one tucked neatly under the bed, which is great for staying clean, but not as beefy as some might want. But it's better than nothing, right? Towing power. Speaking of its power to tow, because there's a hitch receiver hiding under the bumper, it can haul up to 5,000 pounds. And if you love a naturally aspirated V6 engine, the Ridgeline and the Jeep Gladiator are your go-to rides in 2024. Under the hood, the Ridgeline's rocking a 3.5L engine with 280 horsepower that's tied to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Some folks have mixed feelings about the transmission, but Honda's been tweaking it, and honestly, it's pretty smooth once you get used to it. Now, the Ridgeline will deliver Honda's iVTM4 system, and it's the only midsize truck that brings this feature to the party as standard. But if you're dreaming of hardcore off-roading with a 2-speed transfer case or a true locking differential, you'll have to look at the Ridgeline's competitors. Interior designs. Let's slide into the driver's seat. We have the usual power seat controls here. Both the seats in the front and back haven't changed. However, I'm going to zip us right to the back seat because this is where the Ridgeline plays its ace card. we have a completely flat floor back there. This design genius means more room for all your stuff, and the seats fold back in a way that would make even the Honda Fit jealous. Plus, there's a neat trick where the little support rail tucks in, keeping that floor even flatter. Now for the TrailSport trim with standard all-weather mats. No more crying over spilled milk or mud from your latest adventure. And check out those air vents in the center console. They're big enough to cool down your pizza on the way home. Speaking of the center console, it's wider than what you'll find in most mid-size trucks because, well, the Ridgeline likes to stretch its legs. And while we're diving into details, let's talk about keeping the back clean. A floor mat back there would be the cherry on top, especially for those of us hauling dirty gear. You can flip down the seat with a one-handed operation that snaps into place. This truck is perfect for families, especially for its separate latch anchor set for the center seat position, where you can fit 3 child seats across the back, which is a game changer because most mid-size trucks can't do that. And because the Ridgeline knows you love cup holders, there are plenty to go around, including a big rear armrest with 2 big cup holders and even more in the rear doors. Now, let's cruise up front where the magic continues. The dashboard and doors are rocking the same vibe as 2023. Also, we have the infotainment system with its 9-inch touchscreen that's borrowed the best bits from the Honda Civic's tech, including wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. It's all the latest tech without the fuss, although it's keeping the Google Assistant on the wish list for now. The climate controls. With auto climate controls, you and your co-pilot can set your own tropical paradise or icy fortress right from the front seats. Also, there's a big Qi wireless charging mat ready to juice up your phone from 0 to 60. This entire center console has bulked up, going through a serious redesign to give you more space than ever. Furthermore, it's taking cues from the Passport, meaning the Ridgeline's interior is like a spacious cabin in the woods, but with better tech. We're talking wonderful push-button shifters and 2 cup holders. The center console has been given a makeover, now offering a vast storage area underneath. Swiveling over to the driver's side, we've got the trusty 4-spoke steering wheel, your command center for this road-conquering beast. But behind it, there's something new. A partial LCD instrument cluster, a 7-inch LCD on one side, giving you all the deets and a classic speedometer on the other. And don't worry, if you worship the sun, the Ridgeline's still got a moon roof for soaking up rays or stargazing on those late-night adventures. Inside, there's enough headroom, and thanks to the Ridgeline's slick design, there's leg room for days, both in the front and back. The Ridgeline offers more headroom than its rivals, making it the go-to spot for your taller buddies. But the big question is, how much is this beast gonna cost you? If we look back at 2023, the Ridgeline kicked off at $38,600. Now, if we play the guessing game, I'm betting the 2024 model is going to strut into the market with a price of $39,000. Now, the TrailSport trim, with all its rugged glory and extra goodies, is going to climb the price ladder. My crystal ball says we're looking at somewhere between $49,000 to $50,000. And you won't believe this. Keep watching, because when you stack the Ridgeline up against its competition, it starts looking like a bargain hunter's dream. I know. A price tag flirting with $50K doesn't usually scream deal, but these days, the prices of trucks are getting higher and higher. Take the GMC Canyon for a perfect example. It was flirting with a $70,000 sticker, and it probably doesn't come with a gold-plated steering wheel. That's why the Ridgeline is like finding a designer suit at a thrift store price. Is the 2024 Ridgeline fit for your needs? Well, it depends. But on top of all that we covered, the bed is made of composite material. It's tough and doesn't fear dents or rust. Plus, with standard all-wheel drive and a hardy V6 engine, this truck is ready to tackle adventures. Now, if you love the roar of a naturally aspirated V6 engine and crave a truck that's as practical as a Swiss Army knife with fuel economy and comfort to boot, the Ridgeline is perfect for you. However, if you're dreaming of climbing mountains in your truck or diving into the mud with front and rear lockers and a 2-speed transfer case, you might have to look beyond the Honda universe. The Ridgeline waves goodbye to those extreme off-roaders. So even if we don't need or want to buy it, we should at least appreciate it. Just like what this dude said. Nice upgrades, but the TrailSport should have a 1-inch lift. I'm glad they kept the V6, This is the most practical, comfortable, and reliable midsize truck you can buy. Definitely the truck most people need if they can put their ego aside. And in case you are on a very low budget, you might want to check out this Toyota's 10K pickup truck that is bound to make your head turn. To learn all the shocking specs of this mini truck, click this video right